Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live, baby. What's good with everybody? We are here on the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus podcast. And we are also streaming live on R3 Radio, y'all. So if y'all don't know how to get to R3 Radio, all you got to do is go to onlineradiobox.com and type in R3. And I guarantee you and promise we will be the only station that comes up because nobody else is named R3. And then go ahead, boom, push the play button, and you can tap into R3 Radio. And pretty soon, y'all, we're going to have an app coming to y'all too. So I just want to let y'all know that. But I would like to welcome everybody to another day of the Redirect, Regroup, Refocus podcast. Man, I'm grateful to see y'all. Grateful to be here with y'all today. I'm just glad that, today is just a great day to be living, y'all. So y'all see the caption. Y'all know what it is. For my viewers and listeners who are on the radio waves who don't know what the topic is, I'm sorry for y'all. Y'all just going to hear it when I announce it. So here we go. Y'all know how we roll, man. We're going to get to the announcements first. And with the announcements, I have to remind y'all where we at because I wouldn't be me if I didn't. So here we go. Boom, baby. We are here at the Vibe Studios at 2075 Rush Place. Here at the Vibe Studios, it consists of Ron Reed of the VNO, myself of Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, Life Coach Jeff Rutherford, Smooch Wallace. Who is Smooch Wallace, baby? If you don't know Smooch Wallace, please get to know him. And also Mary Selena K of Rock Truth Radio, baby. We make up the Vibe Studios, 219. So if you need your podcast produced or your radio show produced, we got you over here. We got you, baby. We can go ahead and hook you up with some good quality sound, some good mics, some good camera feeds. So if you want your people to see what you're doing as well as just broadcasting, man, we in the building, baby. So y'all hit us up once again. 2075 Rush Place, the Vibe Studios 219 is here. We are connected to the Word Church. So big up to the Word Church for allowing us to go ahead and stream and do our shows in the back, man. We got a nice setup here. Y'all come check us out. All right. And also, I got to let y'all know what's coming up, man. I got to let y'all know these announcements, man, for real, because your boy is doing some things. Okay. Big shout out to the homie Born Rich, man, in the Forever Grateful Awards, man. I will be doing special interviews. Special radio interviews, baby. So your boy Life Coach Jeff will be in the building doing radio interviews for the Forever Grateful Awards, which will be premiering on February 22nd, 2025, everybody. Again, that is the Forever Grateful Awards on February 22nd, 2025. Y'all get out there, man. Please do. Born Rich does a great job at this. When he sat up here and he hosted the show for the first time, it was sold out. And guess who will be hosting this bad boy? We're going to have the big homie Bo Deal hosting again, because he hosted the first year. He's going to be back hosting again for the second year. And Bo Deal going to be in the building, baby. So y'all come out, y'all represent. Y'all come out with the homie Born Rich to the Forever Grateful Awards. It will be located at, hold on, we coming up here. 1150 North Lehman Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. So that's what it's going to be at, people. It's going to be at 1150 North Lehman Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. Once again, that's February 22nd, the Forever Grateful Awards. Your boy will be doing radio interviews there. Y'all tap in. Y'all be there. I also have another recent event coming up. We are going to be at Shondell's Celebrity Birthday Bash. Not just myself, but the Vibe Studios, baby. It consists of Ron Reed of the VNO, myself, Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, Smooch Wallace. Who is Smooch Wallace, baby? If you don't know him, get to know him. And also Mary Selena K. We will be doing a live show at the Piazza on December 14th from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. Man, DJ KC's are going to be on the ones and twos along with Trey Chocolate Jock, man. It is going to be a great event. Y'all get out there to the Piazza. The Piazza's address, let me pull it up here, baby. The Piazza's address is 85 Executive Drive in Aurora, Illinois. So y'all come out there, people. This is Shondell's Celebrity Birthday Bash. Please, man. And I have an announcement with that as well. So I want to let y'all know, your boy got a VIP table, okay? Your boy got a VIP table. So my Vibe companions will be on that, sitting at that table with us. So we got slots. But this is what I'm going to do because I want to be generous. I want to be generous and I want to give something back to the people that view and listen and watch the show and tune in faithfully. What I want to do is I want to make an offer for y'all. If y'all give me, you have to inbox me. either on Facebook or Instagram. It will be the first 3 people. The first 3 people. If you inbox me on Facebook or Instagram, and you have to type this out specifically, you have to say, I want VIP. Okay? Do you hear me? The words have to read, I want VIP. I will give these 3 people a slot at the VIP table. All right, y'all heard it. It's done. It's said. I'll be waiting on it. And we're going to have some people who going to have that VIP slot. And guess what? You get to enjoy all the amenities that the Vibe Studios gets to enjoy also. So, all right, y'all. Now that I said that, boom, y'all come out there to Shondell's Celebrity Birthday Bash. Once again, we'll be out there making it happen. Y'all holler at me with that, for real, because we're going to make it happen. Big ups to the homie Shondell for doing what he does. Okay, y'all. Now that I got all the announcements out of the way. No, I got one more. I'm sorry. On the 21st of December, y'all know I'm a part of Biggs Radio Chicago as well. We will be doing a free kids Christmas dance party. It's going to be at the F&J Center at 4601 Melton Road in Gary, Indiana, December 21st from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. I'll be hosting that show along with Marley Caprice. So y'all go ahead. Y'all get out there. Let's make it happen, y'all. For real. Let's just make it happen. And it's a great event, man. We're giving back to the kids. So y'all come out. Y'all make sure y'all do y'all due diligence. Boom, bada bam, done. All right, y'all. So now we are here for the show. Okay. So what we doing today is this, y'all. I want to talk about celebrating yourself. I want to say that because a lot of y'all, there are a lot of people I know who have great accomplishments going on in this world. And you all need to be celebrated. You all need to be celebrated out here. Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? What's good? Yes, you all need to be celebrated. So I want to talk to you about what it is to actually celebrate yourself. Is it okay to do it? Is it not okay to do it? Why would it be seen as something negative? You know, when it should be something seen as positive. So let's talk about is celebrating yourself a good thing? And I'm gonna tell you why it is. First of all, I'll tell you why it is. Celebrating yourself is a good thing, people, because you got to remember that we all have wins and losses in our lives. Wins and losses. And the thing is, when we go ahead, we don't do enough celebrating of these wins. Now, I want to tell y'all this. Your wins don't always have to be super big wins. Okay? Sometimes, baby, you might just want to celebrate yourself for just doing a good job. That's what it is. You might just want to celebrate yourself for doing a good job. That's what it is. So celebrate yourself for doing a good job today. Because guess what? You put in a lot of hard work. You put in a lot of effort. You put in a lot of that T word, time. Okay? You have put in a lot of time. So offset some time for yourself to go ahead and make sure that you celebrate yourself today. Because that's what it's about, baby. Go ahead and celebrate yourself. Now, I can tell you why it can be deemed as bad, because a lot of times, let me tell you this, man. A lot of times, people will look at you as celebrating yourself or talking about yourself. I'm going to tell you why it's good to not also celebrate yourself, but it's good to talk about yourself and your accomplishments as well. You don't want to be boastful, but what you want to do is you want to make light of what you have going on in your life. It's actually okay to do that. You know, some people say, well, oh, I don't want to talk about myself because I don't want to have a big head. I don't want to make it seem like it's all about me. But let me tell you something, y'all. I have big accomplishments that'll be coming up in 2025. And when I have those accomplishments in 2025, oh, y'all gonna hear about it, baby. You got to celebrate you. You don't have to act like you know, like you got it all together, you doing everything, but let the people know that you are doing something. And like I said, people, this don't have to be big stuff going on. This does not have to be big stuff at all. Celebrate those small wins that you have in your life, okay? Because guess what? Just you waking up in the morning, God gave you breath, celebrate that. Just because God gave you the ability to go ahead and have a unique skill, talent, and celebrate that, okay? Now, granted, faith without works is dead. So there are some things that you are going to have to do. Okay. So what I mean by that is there's some work that you're going to have to do. And when you do work, That is you doing the work. That's you taking your hands to it, molding it, building something. That's you doing it. So take ownership of that. But when you do that, just be very careful that you're not being too boastful, too proud, okay? Too puffed up when it comes to things. Because guess what? There are a lot of things I do. And believe me, Jeff Relaford does, because I'm human. I want to say me, me, me. But I have to look at why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. Everything's not always for just the look of Jeff Relaford. It's not always about that. This is why I have a radio station. This is why I have the show. This is why I'm on 2 radio stations, including my own. It's so that I can give other people a look. That hey, I'm going to get the look regardless because I'm sitting in the chair. But it means something more for me when I have a guest come sit behind me, and then we can highlight them. So I want y'all to take a look at that real quick. If y'all going to celebrate something, celebrate the accomplishments that y'all do when y'all helping others too. Remember, sometimes it can be about you because there are things that you do to get to the point that you're at. So celebrate yourself. But you just don't want to sound too puffed up, or you don't want to sound filled with vainglory, right? You don't want to be filled with that thing, because that's when you start getting beside your stuff. You start looking at all the things that you do. And granted, like I said, faith without works is dead. So you physically, yourself, have to put your hand on something in order to make it move sometimes. Not saying all the time, but sometimes if you want to make money, you just can't sit around twiddling your thumbs and saying, oh, okay, money just gonna find me. No, it's not what it is. Money just does not find you. You have to create a service. You have to create a brand. You have to create an image that will appeal to people. So that takes work, people. Celebrate the work that you do. Like I said, it can be deemed as a negative thing sometimes because you don't want to get puffed up. And people will tell you that. Now, even if you, and I will tell you this too, even if you have the best intentions in the world and people can't see that, it can still seem as a negative thing. So that doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. I want to tell you that. That doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. Scratch that out your head, because a lot of times, even I've had to do that. When somebody tells me something, I just say, hold on, man. That's not what I meant. That's not what I was trying to portray. And I know that because we're humans. You do the same thing too, right? You do the exact same thing. So if somebody has said something to you, look back at it, analyze it, see if it's something that you truly do. If it is, okay. But if your intentions are good behind it, and you don't let one person or 2 people, because I will say this to you, one person can try to mess up your show. 2 people will try to mess up your show. But when you have more people, and what I mean the show is the works that you do, and when people try to throw you off, that's because you're doing something. You ain't throwing nobody under the bus. You ain't being mean. You ain't being rude. You ain't being nasty, negative. Nothing like that. Nothing like that, right? But it's what other people see. So you can't control what other people see. But as long as your intentions are good and your heart is in the right place, celebrate yourself. And you don't always have to explain that to people. Do it one time for good measure. I'm gonna be honest with you. Explain it one time to somebody that might see something negative for good measure. Do that there. That makes some sense, right? That makes some sense. Do that. But at the end of the day, you don't have to keep going through and explaining yourself to people. Celebrate your accomplishments. It's a good thing because it builds you up within. Now, I know what some of my Christian people are going to say. They're going to say, well, that's God. Yes, it is God. It is. God is supposed to build you up. But also, the scripture also says, greater is he that is in me than he who is in the world. So you also have to do your part to recognize what God has instilled and put inside of you. See how you keeps coming up? You keeps coming up because it's some work that you have to do in order to see it. So it's kind of like when you hear somebody giving their testimony on Sunday at church. It always starts off with something that they didn't do. And when they didn't do it, or they did do it, there was always a positive result at the end of that, because they took the time to recognize something. They took the time to analyze and to look at what was right in front of them. That's all they did. Honestly, people, I can't make this stuff up. I cannot make it up. If you ain't seen nobody in church give a testimony, watch one or listen to it. It's always something that they had to do to recognize either what was inside of them or what God was doing. So they had to put in some work. So in a sense, guess what happens, people? Your recognition and your accolades, they do come back to you. But what you should do is, I'm going to tell you this now. I'm not going to say what you should do because I can't control what anybody does out here. I can't do that at all. That's not up to me. I don't have that type of power. So what I'm going to tell you is this. Consider giving God thanks for what he's put in you. Just consider that. Just consider that part. Consider taking time to say, you know, Lord, I'm grateful. I'm blessed. I see what you're doing. Even if you're going to complain, ooh-wee, people, even if you are going to complain, just consider that. That's all the brother's saying. Consider it. I'm not telling you to be sitting up here so doped up on God that you ready to point everybody out. Use wisdom, people. Use wisdom. Please use wisdom. I'm not saying go out in the streets and just start saying, hey, you going da. Nah, don't do that. What I'm saying is find him out for yourself first, okay? But back to the subject. You want to keep celebrating, people. You want to celebrate. And it's a good thing, y'all. It's a good thing. Just make it make sense, you know? Just make it make sense. If you make it make sense, you won't have to worry about anything. You won't have to worry about anything. So that's all I ask. You know what I mean? Make it make sense for yourself. Because at the end of the day, I'll be very honest to you about this. At the end of the day, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you create an atmosphere within yourself and an environment within yourself that will help you be successful. That's what you want to do. If you want to celebrate yourself, create the atmosphere within you and then create the atmosphere around you. I'll tell y'all this every week. That means surrounding yourself by the right people. That means being conscious of your own decision making and how it can affect others. I say this stuff all the time, but these are just the hows. These are the hows. This is what you do. That's how you get over that hump when it comes to certain things. So just take your time. Celebrate yourself, yo. It's okay to do. Because if it was believe me, I'll tell you this. If it was a bad thing to look at the good that you do, and see, that's what I mean by celebrate, people. It's about looking at the good that you do. Because I say this all the time to y'all. People are going to recognize your bad all the time. That's just what it is. People are going to go ahead and recognize your bad all the time. So what you got to do is you got to take the time to show people the good. It's okay to let people know your accomplishments and the good stuff that you do. Again, you walk the thin line when you become boastful about it. So that's it. Just pace yourself. Do what you're supposed to do. And it'll all fall into place. I'm telling y'all, man. I'll be trying to drop some nuggets for y'all. Just a few nuggets for y'all. Because what did I do when I started this show? What I did was I went ahead. I shared some things, right? I went ahead. I shared the nuggets. And when I went ahead, I shared the nuggets. I let y'all know the accomplishments that I was doing. But guess what? With the accomplishments and things that I'm doing, I just do not have myself in mind. Key words. I do not have myself in mind. Be very careful, people, of others watching you and your movements and not trying to understand the big picture. Okay. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to woosah as I say this. I'm going to have to pour me a glass of something real quick as I say this. I think I will pour me a glass real quick because I'm about to talk to y'all real quick. I just want y'all to consider this. Okay. Consider this. Be mindful that what people will do is they will pay attention more to you than they will your actual vision. Because let me tell you something. When you're the person out in front, when you're the person in the limelight, when you are the person that has to make the decisions to move left, right, up, or down, or maybe go a little bit in between, what people will do is they will take the time to find something in you that is negative. Now, everybody not going to do that. But I'm letting you know that when you start moving around this bad boy, and when you start doing things and gaining accomplishments and everything like that, sometimes people will get it twisted a little bit. And when people happen to get the game twisted, what happens is they start paying attention to you and how you move. And then what happens is they do so much paying attention of you and how you move. Y'all think I know? Do y'all think y'all know where I'm going with this? They're not paying attention to their self. And then what happens is while you're growing and you're moving, you're hindering yourself because you're paying attention to the wrong things. You know, the older folk used to say, go ahead and get you some business. Stay out of my business. Go ahead and get you some business. Maybe sometimes that's what we have to do as people. And I'm telling y'all this. These are lessons that I learned too. I'm just not sitting up here barking, telling y'all what to do. Everything that I'm saying, these are lessons that I learned, and all I'm doing is regurgitating it back. And you might be sitting up here on the other end, telling yourself right now, oh, I don't do this. I'll tell you something. We've all done it in some way, shape, or form. If you talked about somebody, if you said you could do something better, if you didn't like how they do it and you just didn't accept it, if they tried to do it the best they could and you just fought them to the death about it, a suggestion is one thing, but if you fought to the death and you keep insisting that you better, you've done it. We've all done it. We've all been there. But you want to make sure that when you do these things, I'm going to tell you this, because I'm human, things bother me, right? Things bother me. Things get under my skin. Things get on my nerves. But what I do is I leave it in that moment. And I don't carry it over and linger on. Because what I have enough sense to know is, okay, I'm going to roll up my sleeves. Because what I have enough sense to know is, and what I hope that people can get out of this episode today is, when you go ahead and you've done all that you can, okay, I'm going to leave that there for just a moment. And I'm going to repeat it. When you've done all that you can, okay, when you've done all that you can, sometimes it is just best to let it go. It's best to just let certain situations go. And that's why I say, people, if you choose to see some negativity, if you choose to see if something comes to you and it's in the form of discouragement, you keep it in that moment. And once it's done, you drop it. That doesn't mean you can't feel. That doesn't mean you can't express. That doesn't mean you can't share. That does not mean you cannot do those things. Okay? I want to let you know that. That doesn't mean that you cannot do those things. But what I'm pleading to y'all is just, at least if you're going to do it, keep it in the moment. Because when you allow negativity, when you allow anger, when you allow those type of thoughts to manifest within, all you get is a negative seed. That's all you're going to get. And then what you have to do is you have to reassess why you're actually doing the things. And then those things should not be celebrated because of what you're doing it for. Again, I put myself on the chopping block because I do it all the time. I don't do these things to prove something to other people. No. Everything is going on. I'm telling you, if y'all could be a fly on the wall and see where your boy started. I got a whole testimony of how all of my business, how me in connections with people, how all of that just grew. I got a whole testimony on that. If you just look at me on the outside, and if you want to be one of those people that just pay attention to how I move, how I carry myself, I keep my circles real small. I don't talk to a lot of people. I don't share a lot. The most I share with is my wife, because my wife, that's my wife. She need to know things. That's the most I share with her. But in that other sense, though, I do have some close people that I do talk to, that I do like to give some tidbits of information of what's going on in my life. But best believe, rest assured, these are people that support me. And what I mean by support is they look at what I do and they push me to do more. They not look at what I do and what I say. Okay? And holding on to those moments when I sit up here and I have something negative to say, or I might take a look at something and be like, man, I just don't know about this, man. I don't know how this is going to work. But what do? Lift my hands up, trust God, keep it moving. And that's been my mentality. And ever since I've taken that approach to life, it's been easier to celebrate my wins. It's been easier to learn lessons from my losses. Much easier to celebrate my wins and learn lessons from my losses, because now I had to look within myself, and I had to see and question why I'm doing what I'm doing. Since I got a heart for people, I'm going to move, baby. Woo. I just got done talking to a lady today. It's funny. This is a very funny story, y'all. Met this lady and her son at Shoe Depot. Ron was there. My brother was there. Big ups to Ron, who was there. His friend, I forget his friend's name. Oh, my God. He was there, too. Jimmy, his little daughter, Sophia, my niece, and my wife was there. We was all at Shoe Depot. Trosh, what's good, baby? How you doing, brother? Good, my man. Shouts up to you. Trosh. There it is. We were at Shoe Depot in Michigan City, Indiana, at the Outlet Mall. We were doing some Black Friday shopping. Just doing a little bit of Black Friday. Tongue-tied, just doing a little bit of Black Friday shopping. There we go. I got it out. And we walking through, man. I got on my vest. I got on my chain. I got on my shoes and all this other stuff. This kid comes up to me. He's like, "Are you a rapper?" I chuckled a little bit because, no, I'm not a rapper, but I know a few of them. You know what I mean? Know a few of them. Got a few of them that's on my radar. But I'm not a rapper. It was funny. And then, long story short, people, it turned into this whole conversation about how this kid, he could sing real good. I believe he's 11 years old. Kid is dope. Oh, no, he's 17. I'm sorry. Not 11. He's 17. Kid is dope. Cold. I said, "Hey, big dog, I need you to get introduced to this network of people that I'm on with. I'm actually going to have him on my show." Because, again, the purpose is not about me. It's about what can I do to give other people to look, baby. Come on. That's what fuels. That's what drives. That's what will send people to you. Because people will like what you do. Or sometimes you might even just do a little something to set yourself apart from everybody else, man. Oh, baby, when I be cooking, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. But keep that mentality. We have to keep that mentality no matter what. When we are trying to thrive out here, when we are trying to make things happen, when we are trying to set our goals, be successful in whatever it is that you do, you got to be consistent and let the light shine that's in you, baby. Come on. Can we raise a glass? Let the light shine that is in you. Because when you let the light shine that is in you, I'm serious. When you let the light shine that is in you, people will take notice of that. Ooh-wee, come on now. I'm trying to say a little something to y'all today. Just say a little something to y'all today. So take heed to that type of stuff. Recognize it, man. Recognize it. Understand that when these things happen, it happens for a reason. Understand and recognize that when you walk it in purpose and certain things and instances come your way. You want to know why they come your way? It's because you put in something. You want to know why it comes your way? It's because you took the time I had a great talk. Woo! Great talk with somebody today. Shout out to Nikisha Spiller. She does my graphics. She does my my videos when I have guests come on the show. Shout out to Nikisha Spiller out here. Nikki Sleek Designs. Y'all hit her up. She also does weddings on a budget as well. So she will also plan and coordinate your wedding. I'm just letting you know. She does a great job. Y'all look up Nikisha Spiller, Nikki Sleek Designs. But yes, y'all had a great conversation with her about investing in yourself. I'm trying to give y'all these reasons. This is why you need to celebrate you. This is why you need to give yourself a pat on the back and tell yourself that you have done a great job, a heck of a job. Because I understand, y'all, it's work that we all put in. It's work that we all put in. Go out and have a drink with a friend. Tell them what's going on with you. Let it be somebody that's separate from your circle that you in now, that nobody knows, that nobody else knows but you and that person. Y'all got that relationship. Share with them. Pour into them as they turn back around and pour into you. Come on now. Because sometimes, baby, we need to get fed. We need to be fueled up. And investing in yourself allows you to get fueled up. Okay. If you don't believe me, ask, well, Jeff, how? Life Coach Jeff, how does investing help fuel yourself? I'll tell you how. Investing in yourself helps fuel you because now what you've done is you've put the work, time, effort, and in a lot of cases, money, work, time, effort, and money into something that you believe is going to work. Have you ever seen the most successful people? You want to know why they be successful? Because they invest. They put money into something. Ooh, wee, baby, I'm cooking again. Oh, well, okay. All right. All right. Okay. You want to know why people, when they get a car, they treat their car right? Because they spent the money on it and they want to keep it running forever. If you had to spend $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, even maybe in some cases $30,000 on a car, $40,000, $50,000, $100,000 on a vehicle, I guarantee you, you are not going to run that car into the ground because that is your money that is going in that car. Am I right, people? Can I get a clap? Can I get something? I'll clap. Because you've invested, you put that money into it yourself. So people are successful because they put the money into it. You want to know why you have people finish school who are very determined? They finish school because they're putting their time, their money, their effort, work, blood, sweat, tears, however much you want to go into it, they're successful because they've invested in themselves. I want to leave that there. I'm trying to tell y'all, invest in yourself, people. Invest in yourself. That is one of the best things. That is one of the things that I can repeat that all day long and not get tired of saying it because it's the truth. If you want something to shake or something to move in your life, you got to want that thing so bad that you can literally see it right in front of you to where you can pick it up and touch it. You got to want that thing so bad that you could literally taste it because it's right in front of you. So people, this is how you fuel yourself to celebrate you. This is how you fuel yourself to encouragement. You have to invest in you. Think about it this way. You getting a job. That is you investing in yourself. Come on now. Some people might not get it. It's all right. I don't need everybody to get it. I just need a few of y'all to get it. Everybody ain't got to listen to it. I don't care if I got one or two. I know my stuff ain't right for everybody, but people, come on. All I'm saying is invest in yourself. You get a job because you want to work and you want to get money and you want to pay for the things that you want to pay for, right? Come on. If it's something you want to pay for, go ahead and pay for it and do it. But the only way you're able to do that is if you have a job. Some of us are at the wrong job. Some of us need to invest in another job so we could actually have some time freed up and some space freed up so that we could go ahead and get the things done that we need to get done in this world. Some of us are investing into the wrong things that aren't pouring anything back out to us. That could be time. That could be people. That could be your job. That could be a marriage. That could be a friendship. So what are you investing in that's not actually giving anything back to you? Because I'm going to tell you what I'm going to give my people. I'm going to tell you what I'll give my friends. And this is just me personally. If you got to think about what you give your friends, think about it one day. Just think about it real quick. But I want to make sure what I give my people is motivation and ideas. If you sit down with me and you tell me you want to start something, you want to do something, I will give you an idea. and I will motivate you to get it done. Because if that's what you're telling me you want to do, if you're telling me you want to make money, I got plenty of ideas on how to make money. Some of them I don't even do because they don't fit me, but they can fit other people. Free game. Okay. You want to learn how to make money? I'll tell you this. Learn trading. I know trading is something that doesn't interest a lot of people, but I'm going to tell you something. Learn trading. If you want to invest in yourself and you want to give yourself a decent return for something by picking up a skill that's outside of your job that you might only have to work starting off maybe like a couple hours out of the day. Shoot, my wife sat up here. She traded. She made $300 in like 30 minutes. So I'm trying to tell y'all, learn trading. That's free. That's out there. That's on YouTube. That's everywhere. People have classes that they will teach you on trading. Okay. So you want to make money in music, right? Everybody knows about ASCAP, Sound Exchange. Just a couple other ones that you can get registered with. Everybody knows about those, right? Some of y'all probably don't, but you do now because you're listening. You register your music on those. That's one way you can make music. Now, guess what? An artist gets paid so many cents for a play. So many cents for a play. Like you might get 1 cent for a play. I don't know, but it's so many cents for a play. So if you're an artist and you registered and you got your music certified and everything like that, I encourage everybody to do a music campaign. I encourage every artist to do a music campaign. If you want to be heard outside of the city of Chicago and beyond, please do a music campaign. I'm going to throw this out there. Megastar, Mina, Rock Nation, distribution deals. All right, I got a whole episode on that. If y'all want to catch it, please watch it. He gave up free game on what you got to do to really expand your music game. So that's one thing. Shows. Everybody's doing shows. I'm going to give y'all some game on these shows real quick. Everybody's doing shows. A lot of the rap artists, they're doing shows. A lot of R&B singers, they're doing shows. Okay, great, good, fine. But if you want to make money on your show, highlight yourself. Ooh. Okay. Do I have to throw it down? Do I have to mic drop? Okay. Highlight yourself. Let me tell you something. When you go to a lot of these clubs, when you go a lot of these promoters, when they do it, they make their money off the 20 artists that they have on the lineup. Honestly, y'all, this is the reason why I like pick and choose the shows that I go to, because sometimes I don't feel like waiting to sit. And there's some dope artists that come out of Chicago, but a lot of times I don't feel like waiting to sit through the 20 people to get to the few that I really came out to see. Real talk. I don't feel like doing that. By the time, and y'all start your events real late too. I get it. Black folk, we like to come out late, but for me, I like to come out early. I like a show. If we gonna call it a show, let's call it a show. Real talk. Let's call it a show. 7 to 10. Show. Conduct it like you would if you were at the United Center. Conduct yourself as you would if you want to see your play. If you want to see yourself at that place, conduct yourself as such. You got one or two ways you could do it. If you want to get out the hood, don't have a hood mentality. If you want to get out from the block, don't have a block mentality or a block mindset. And what I mean by having a block mindset when it comes to music is doing the things that they're doing. Use it as a catalyst and a baseline. But once you graduate and you elevate, find out how they do their system and you do it better. That is why I said highlight yourself. Because if you highlight yourself, you get to keep your ticket sales at the door, right? Right. You don't have to split that with nobody else. You keep your ticket sales. You get to play and promote all of your music and grow your audience. Come on now. And if you do this enough and you keep building and pushing and making appearances. Now, I'm not talking about just doing a little bit of work. I'm not talking about a little bit of work. I'm talking about doing all the work. If you do all the work, you will be successful. It's people out here who have been successful from putting in the work. It is. It is. And I'm sorry I had to go ahead and do that route for some of my people, but the best thing you could do is highlight yourself. Ty Renee did it. Great job. Great reviews from her show. Sinatra's did it. Great reviews from Sinatra's show. Shot Blizz went to his birthday bash, sat up here, great reviews. He did it. He did it. And that's what you want to do. You want to do shows to highlight yourself, and don't price yourself too low, people. I want to tell you this. Even if you're somebody that has an entrepreneurial spirit, I'm going to give you some more free game. More free game if you have an entrepreneurial spirit on how to make money. I said trading. I said to my artists, go ahead and do your own show so you can keep your own money and your ticket sales, and you could have packages, all that other stuff, meet and greets. That's money that you pocket yourself, okay? Once you pay for the space and everything, break even. That's the sidebar. But even if you have an entrepreneurial mindset, guess what you could do? Those that do, they also teach. Okay. So that's what I want to say. Those that do, they also teach. Remember this, okay? I'm trying to give y'all some free game for the show, because these are the things that if you're looking at yourself or you're trying to figure out what can I celebrate, how can I celebrate myself, and you have an entrepreneurial mindset, those that do, they teach. Put out a class. If you're already doing the thing, teach the thing. People will pay you for wisdom. People will pay you for knowledge. These are some of the things that I'm going to be putting together, because I've sat up here, I've studied some things, and I looked at the system, and I said, you know what? I got something here, and I'm going to offer some people. So it's going to take a little bit. I got a few more steps in the game. But if you've been watching me and paying attention to how I move, you can copy the system. Okay. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you how to copy the system. When you copy somebody else's system, okay? When you copy somebody else's system, make sure that what you're creating fills in a gap, okay? It has to fill in a gap. It has to fulfill a need. It has to fulfill a need. That's what it does. And you have to make sure and be sure that you're doing it different from everybody else. If you walk in trying to do the same thing, people will easily recognize and notice that. You have to do something that will set yourself apart different from everybody else. What makes you unique? What makes you set apart? What makes people want to desire to do business and work with you? What does that? You have to ask yourself that question. If you are not willing to ask yourself that question, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this. You are blocking something that is stopping you from being the most successful self that you can be, because only you can challenge you. People will challenge you. Don't get me wrong. People will challenge the mess out of you. I have been challenged to the T. Okay? I have been challenged to the T. But what you have to do is you have to challenge yourself to find the uniqueness and greatness that is in you, to set yourself apart different from other people so that you can make a better product. That is how you copy a system, people. I'm trying to give out free game. I'm trying to give out game to people that I've been watching, that I've been looking at, who are just stuck. Because somebody is going to ask how. I'm going to tell you, your how is already answered in by watching the people that are doing the thing that you want to do. Do I have to drop the mic again? People have been asking the question, how do I make money? You have to insert yourself into somebody else's system. I always tell people, be a student of the game. All of us want to say that we know everything. You might go to a conference, you might go to a seminar, you might even sit through a class. You caught a snippet of it. That's what conferences are designed to do. They give you a snippet and then they upsell you at the end. That could be you too. You just have to have something of value that somebody will want to tap into and show interest on. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all want to know how it works? Copy the system, yo. Now, I get it. Some systems are very intricate. Some things are very hard to do. Some things require a lot of bread. But build yourself up that way. Build yourself up to a point where you can go ahead and you can make the investment. I talked about earlier about investing in yourself. If you really want to get there, you'll take the time to do it. And you won't have any excuses. You know, y'all know how many days I've been tired. Y'all know how many days I sat up here and I looked at night, and it was, I swear, it was 7 p.m. And then I didn't go to bed till 2 and had to be back at work and get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Y'all know how many nights I had like that? Many. And there are probably going to be a few more to come, because you have to have the drive that is in you. Oh, let me relate this to electricity, because I'm an electrician as well. We have something called drive. It's a drive at work, a drive. It is a box that is computerized that runs a whole mill. A mill, all it is, a mill is something that starts a process and ends a process. So if you are trying to create hamburger meat, you start off with a cow at the beginning of the mill, and then you end off with the hamburger patty. That is what a mill does. Any mill. It could be a meat mill. I work at a tubing facility, so it's a tubing mill. Steel mill. All it does is they go ahead, they clean the steel, they cut it, they get this big slab, they cut it, they thin it out, they stretch it, boom, bada bam. So when you get to the end of the process, you end up with a coil. That coil gets shipped off somewhere. It gets cut, prime, trim, whatever you may desire, maybe recoated again, and it's turned into something. So the example I just gave you is a system. So imagine this. It costs money to copy the design of a mill system. So let's dumb that down. Let's bring it down to you and what it is that you do as the person. You can either create something, and if you don't have the mindset to create, and if you don't feel like creating, you duplicate. Very easy to duplicate. One of the greatest things that God has taught me in his word is duplication. And I will tell you this, and I'll tell you how it's biblical, because in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. And what he did was he created the seasons. He separated the night from the day from the night. Okay? The light from the darkness. He called one day and called one night. And guess what, baby? When he did this, okay, come a little closer. Put your ear to the speaker. What God did was God put everything on autopilot. God is in business. I don't care how y'all look at it. I don't care how y'all shape it up. God created something that he created he created us out of his own image and his own likeness, but he also created a place called the world that we could inhabit, that we could go ahead and live in, because he created it. But when he was creating everything, it took those days and those processes. So he put everything on autopilot. I want you to think of your business as something that you need to create for autopilot. Even your life, autopilot. If you want to make money, copy a system. And when you copy the system, find a way to put that system on autopilot. I'm going to tell y'all one of the best ways to actually do that. And it's free game, because once again, I'm doing it myself. I wouldn't be surprised if Sinatris is doing this already. Y'all look up Sinatris. Sinatris is coming out hard. He boom, boom, boom. This brother is swinging. After he did his concert, he probably planned it out like this to just give you hit after hit after hit. I'm talking about punch in the gut with the business ideas and the things that he's doing. But what you do is you create a funnel. If you find the right person to create the funnel for you, it won't cost a lot of money. I'm going to tell y'all this, people. The only thing that y'all going to really have to end up paying for is a domain name, maybe every 3 years if you can set it up that way. Okay? I'm trying to tell y'all, there's a much simpler way that y'all can make money off your skills, gifts, and talents. There's a much simpler way to do this. And I'm telling y'all, I was just like y'all. I sat on the other end. I was listening to somebody say this. I was paying attention. I was like, dang, man, that joker gonna be hard. No. It's if you stay consistent in what you want to do and you love what you're doing, and God has truly put that gift, skill, and talent inside of you, and you love to do it, and you're not trying to do it for you, but you're trying to do it for other people, I'm here to tell you today that something will manifest from that if you stay consistent. Who we? Okay. I'm trying to teach him, baby. Shouts out to the cousin who's saying, tell the cousin. Shouts out to the cousin. Shout out to the wife who watching, Miss Megan. Yeah, baby, I'm trying to teach him something. I'm trying to teach him. If you just stay a little consistent out here, you will be able to manifest whatever it is that you do. Go ahead and take a look at any of my Facebook videos, and Facebook is the one that I'm most consistent on. Take a look at my Facebook videos from where I was 5 years ago. I was posting content that was positive, but I had to reach a point to where the content was positive. And when the content was positive, it started living inside of me, resting inside of me. All of that content, all of those posts that I did 5 years, 6 years, 7 years back, that I was believing in, my thoughts, my notions, how I moved in the world, everything, it has manifested into what it is that I want to do today. So sometimes people understand that you are preparing yourself for your own future ahead. You are preparing yourself for your own greatness. But if you don't wish to or have the desire to want to tap into that, you'll live your whole, I'm gonna be very honest when I say you will live your whole life, and you will live your life in what ifs. I don't want to live my life in what ifs. And I would encourage anybody who was listening or watching, please do not live your life in what if. Don't do it. I'm not even going to say I made the mistake. I was just doing it. I was very content with going to work, coming home, and that was going to be my life. But when I found out that I wanted to start a business, and let me tell y'all, man, Life Coach Jeff, the name ain't just Life Coach Jeff to be Life Coach Jeff. No. This started off as a life coaching business. Like, I was going to do it. I was trying to copy the system. Now with what I've got, it'll be a lot easier to copy the system, baby. But I had to have something. I had to develop something. That's what I'm trying to teach y'all. That's what I'm trying to show y'all. I'm trying to show y'all, have a starting point, develop something. I told y'all, my losses are lessons. Every loss that I've experienced, I have flipped it and turned it into a lesson. Even if I lost money, it was a lesson. It showed me, you want to know what me investing a lot of money in things that I didn't have no business investing in? It just showed me that it's not that I couldn't do it. It's the fact that I just wasn't ready to do it. I didn't have the mindset. I didn't have the grit. I didn't have the drive. I didn't have the determination. Yeah, I could talk the words. And that's what a lot of us, we can talk the words. But you have to sit down and be honest with yourself and say, look, man, am I really, truly ready for this? That's why people say that a lot of products and a lot of systems don't work. Because simply, baby, I'm going to let you know, you just not ready for it. You're not ready for it. You literally got to sit back in the think tank. I'm going to tell you, I had the luxury, of doing Myron Golden. I say this every once in a while to y'all. Check out Myron Golden. If y'all don't know who Myron Golden is, please look him up. He is where I get a lot of this stuff from that I can give to y'all, because I know that I can relate to y'all. Myron Golden can relate to everybody. He's got a big fan base, but I'm just saying, listen to Myron Golden a little bit and what he's talking about. It didn't take much for me to listen to him and start following some of these principles they talk about. They're biblical principles. They just biblical principles, to the point to where I have a tattoo right here, right there. Y'all see it? Y'all see it right there with the scripture on it. And it's the baseline for everything that I do, because it makes sense and it's facts. It makes sense. And I'm actually giving y'all that scripture to go to. If you listen to it right now, just write this down. Write it down. And if you miss out on it, go ahead and listen to it, play it back at 55 minutes. Exactly. 55 minutes exactly. 1 Kings 10, 24, 25. If you want to learn on how to make money and you want it to be biblically based, go to the richest man who ever lived. And then his name is Solomon. And look up this scripture, 1 Kings 10, 24, 25. If you don't get nothing from that, Take your time. And if you keep working at it, you'll understand. And you'll start to understand how a lot of these business owners and how a lot of these people are making their money. It is through teaching. It's through speaking. It's through doing things just like this, like I'm doing with you all right now. Again, I didn't make the system. I didn't create the rules. All I did was look at a few players in the game that I happen to be around, that I actually have some respect for. And I said, all right, I see what y'all doing here. Let me see if I have the capability of doing it too. And I've learned that, guess what, Jeff, you do. Each and every one of y'all have the capability of doing something that y'all want to do. I don't care whether you want to try to cut your own hair all the way down to making $1 million. You can do it. You could do it. So that's what I want to challenge y'all to do. I want to challenge y'all to, one, celebrate your small wins. I want to let you know that every loss is always a lesson. Every loss is always a lesson. And push yourself just to do better and to want to have better. And invest in yourself. I can't stress that enough, man. You'll take care of something more if you put money on it. And those are just the facts. If you put, I don't care if you put $20 on it. You put $20 on it, you'll take care of it. $600, $600, $600. That's $1,800. Please believe I take care of my stuff. This computer, $1,500. We just go keep this mixer, $600. A10 Mini Pro, $400. Microphone, $50. Woo, $150. Another $50. Where are we going? Headsets, $20. Where else we going with this, people? Where else can we go? The table was free. Tripods was donating, giving. What else? That's the main gist. And we ain't even talking about subscriptions yet. StreamYard, $60. Radio Co, $60. And that's going to get even higher as we go in through too. So that has the potential to be even more money a month. Ooh, and let's not talk about certifications when you do radio, when you play music too. That could be anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000. So y'all want to know what these people are actually doing out here? They are investing in themselves. Ooh-wee. I hope I said something today. I'm just trying to let you know, baby, you put a little bit of money on it, you gonna appreciate it. So, all right, y'all. I really thank y'all for tuning in. I thank y'all for listening, man. I just wanted to go ahead and give something back to y'all. I sat up here. I played a repeat show for Biggs Radio Chicago, so I didn't go live with y'all on Monday. But I did record a show that I'm going to go ahead and edit up and get it ready for next week. So y'all going to see Miss Jada Johnson with Model Icon. I'll be sitting down with her on Biggs Radio Chicago, man. It was a great interview. She's a great soul. She's a young 21-year-old, and she's doing some things. She's trying to make her mark out here in Maryland, and I respect her for that because I love what Model Icon is doing, and I have to connect with Sherry Gerhardt, too. Very soon. Have to do that. Sorry, Sherry. I just been busy, but I got to connect with you as well. So, all right, y'all. Hope y'all got something good out of this. And it's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live on the Redirect Regroup Refocus podcast on R3 Radio and on all streaming platforms or whatever you call it, YouTube, Facebook. We ain't on TikTok. I got to figure out Instagram, but we got all these pages and everything else you could think of under the sun. Just Google Life Coach Jeff Rutherford and Redirect Regroup Refocus. The Vibe Studios. Who else? Google Ron Reed. Google Smooch Wallace. Google Mary Selena K. Google these people. Great people who make up the Vibe Studios 219, baby. So, all right, y'all. It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff. Remember, Redirect Regroup Refocus. I love y'all so very much. And peace out.